Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, one of the affidavits which was supposed to be defended in the Senate is an affidavit from Johnson Athul Sakaja. So now, talking about Sakaja, because the main reason why I brought in this analysis is because there is story here that Sakaja is in Mexico. I mean, I saw this through Robert Alai. Robert Alai posted something which insinuated that Sakaja wasn't going to show up as a witness. So the big question, ladies and gentlemen, is why did Sakaja opt out at the 11th hour when he is expected to be there? So I want us to go into this purported skipping by Johnson Sakaja. But first, I'll take you through a tweet from Omwamba. This is a tweet, an ex-handler. He says, meanwhile, Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja steps down as witness in Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment trial and flies to Mexico. Class, what's happening to pressure? So this is something that Omwamba has shared here and you're seeing there on the screen. So there's a video of an interview in Mexico from Bloomberg, where Sakaja is being taken through some interview there. But then the big question is, why did he choose to skip this and proceed to Mexico, which is so important to Sakaja? Now, before we get further, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video. That is the only YouTube shares our content to other people who are not part of our audience. Subscribe to our channel if you had not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Sakaja stepping down as a witness at the 11th hour is the biggest concern, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps that could be because of the video that was shared by Elisha, the senior counsel who took Mwengi Mutuse through a lot of session during the cross-examination. And during that cross-examination, there was a video that was posted of Sakaja requesting for a sit-down between the affected citizens who had been relocated, or rather had been forcefully removed from a certain place. Now, the biggest concern was that what he requested was very simple, that let's have a sit down with the people concerned and discuss way forward. That is what the video showcased, ladies and gentlemen. Now, why Sakaja opted out has not been well explained, but despite the fact that it has not been well explained, allow me to share a video of Sakaja being interviewed in Mexico. So watch this video.
So sometimes I think mayors and local government leaders, governors like myself, we underestimate the change, simple decisions, the impact that they have. And so there used to be an old colonial rule in Nairobi that you can't take photos in the city center of either City Hall, my office, or some of the historic buildings. And one of the first decisions I made as an executive order was to repeal that. And I said, look guys, if you want to take photos, come take photos. Now, if you come to Nairobi on a weekend, the streets, it looks like an outdoor studio. There are young people with their umbrellas and with their lights, and they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok, they're creating content and earning a living just because of that decision. So that makes me really happy. And it encourages me that, look, you can make impact just by listening to the people and not being rigid. And that's why I say, look, as we move along and as our populations get younger, we must question the structures of democracy. Remember, we have institutions of governance that were developed in the 19th century.
The second witness with a bone to pick with Gachagua is Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja, who in his affidavit has fingered Gachagua for opposing the relocation of traders from Nairobi's Wakulima Market to Kangundo Road Market, which is a decision of the county government and not of the office of the DP. And
the governor of the county government of Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja. We have a copy of his affidavit. Is he going to be called or not called? Because if the National Assembly is not calling that affidavit, whose affidavit is part of the record and was availed to us. That affidavit, Mheshimiwa Speaker, contains allegations that are extremely injurious to the Deputy President.
And in his affidavit, he claimed that Gachagua unlawfully interfered with the Nairobi County government. Now, the video that was showcased by Elisha Ongoya gave a different picture of Gachagua requesting for leaders to sit down with the affected people so that they can discuss way forward. So that is a bit different from the accusations which were leveled against him. So the senior counsel Elisha Ongoya managed to convince the leaders there that it was not Gachagua's wish that the county government is not honored. The directive of the county government is dishonored. It was not his wish, but it was his wish that the people of Nairobi County government sit down with the affected people so that they can find an amicable solution to the problem. That is what Elisha Ongoya, the senior counsel of Rigathi Gachagua, unleashed to people, ladies and gentlemen. So the big concern here is now that Sakaja opted out, does it mean that the witness, the accusations against Rigathi Gachagua are now lifted, matters Nairobi County? Because Sakaja is the person who accused Rigathi Gachagua and also went to an extent of offering an affidavit to support his accusation. So because that is the case, Sakaja was supposed to go there and defend his point. Now that he's missing in action, the big concern here, ladies and gentlemen, is that that part might flop, that ground. So you also see, when you go to your X, there's an account holder by the name Wahome Thuku. So Wahome sent a message here to Elisha Ongoya. He says, I pity my senior Elisha Ongoya. The man you are cross-examining was given a motion to table in parliament and paid to do it. He has no idea what the motion was about. He's talking about Mwengi Mutuse and the motion which he tabled. Mind you, there are so many concerns which have been raised there, especially from Okiya Mtata, who also sought to know whether Mwengi Mutuse was the owner of that motion. Because based on his responses, it was as if he was talking about a plural, we, not him, as the mover of the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I have a question for the Honorable Mutuse. To whom does this motion belong? Because in most of your answers, you keep on saying we. Other than that, I wanted to ask whether Honorable Mutuse knows the difference between an impeachment motion and a censure motion. And if he does, where does he place his motion?
Now, allow me to rest my case here. But what do you think about this sudden stepping down by Sakaja? Just go below in the comment section and you can offer a reaction on that. So perhaps if you watch this video and have not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe. Like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.